We all think we know the Amazon, right? Big river, lots of trees. But what if I told you the river you see on the map is just scratching the surface? Today, we're diving into a world of incredible secrets, a world that's been hiding in plain sight.
See, this isn't just a simple line on a map. No, think of it more like a shapeshifter. It's a river that's constantly changing its name, its color. It can even change the direction it flows. It just defies our expectations at every single turn.
And believe me, that's not even the strangest part. You're going to want to stick with me because we are going to uncover a phantom river, one that's flowing thousands of meters right below the surface. It is, without a doubt, one of the Amazon's best-kept secrets.
Okay, so first things first. To really get the Amazon, you have to try and wrap your head around its mind-bending scale. It's so unbelievably vast that the first explorers who saw it, well, they didn't think it was a river at all. They were convinced they had found an ocean.
In fact, the local people have a name for it, the River Sea. And for a really good reason. During the rainy season, the river can swell up to nearly 50 kilometers wide. I mean, imagine standing on one bank and you just can't see the other side. All you see is a horizon of water, just like you would at sea.
Now, look at this number, 209,000. What does that even mean? Well, that's the volume of water in cubic meters that the Amazon pumps into the Atlantic Ocean every single second. It's a number so huge it's almost impossible to really picture.
So let me put that number into perspective for you. This one river, all by itself, pushes out more water than the next 7 biggest rivers on Earth combined. Think about that for a second. 1/5 of all the fresh water that enters all the world's oceans comes from this one single source. It's just staggering.
So it's easily the biggest river by volume. That's not even a debate. But is it the longest? Well, this question opens up a whole new can of worms about the Amazon's real identity.
Most of us, we were taught in school that the Nile is the world's longest river. But that fact, we all learned, it's now totally up for debate. Thanks to recent satellite mapping, it looks like if you trace the Amazon all the way back to its tippy-top source, high up in the Andes Mountains, it's actually longer. The jury's still out officially, but the Amazon might just hold both titles.
And a river's identity crisis doesn't stop there. It isn't even one color. Near the city of Manaus in Brazil, you can see one of the most incredible things in nature, the meeting of waters. This is where two massive tributaries, one black, one brown, come together. But get this, they don't mix.
Seriously, they flow side by side in the same channel for kilometers, like two separate rivers that just refuse to merge. And the reason why is just this beautiful little piece of physics. The black water of the Rio Negro and the brown, muddy water of the Amazon, well, they have different temperatures, they're moving at different speeds, and they have totally different densities. So they simply can't mix, at least not right away.
All right, so from a river that won't even mix with itself, we go to something even stranger. How about a river that can literally reverse its own flow? And no, this isn't science fiction. It's a powerful and sometimes pretty destructive reality. They call this phenomenon the pororoca. Twice a year, when the tides are at their absolute highest, the Atlantic Ocean becomes so powerful that it actually shoves back against the river's current. This creates this colossal wave, sometimes up to 4 meters high, that just thunders for kilometers upstream, forcing the mighty Amazon to flow backward. You know, the Amazon's secrets aren't just in its water. They're buried deep in its soil, they're echoed in deep time, telling these incredible stories of prehistoric monsters and forgotten civilizations that are really only now coming to light.
Get this, millions and millions of years ago, the Amazon didn't flow into the Atlantic. It actually flowed west, emptying out into the Pacific Ocean. Its path was only reversed when the Andes Mountains literally rose up from the earth, creating this massive dam that reshaped an entire continent and formed the river basin we see today. And that ancient world? Oh, it was home to some terrifying creatures. I mean, forget the anaconda. 60 million years ago, the apex predator of this swampy world was the titanoboa. We're talking about a snake 15 meters long, weighing over a ton. It was so enormous it hunted giant crocodiles for lunch.
For the longest time, it was believed that the Amazon soil was just too poor to support any large, complex human societies. Well, that theory has now been completely blown out of the water. Using laser scanning tech that can actually see through the thick forest canopy, archaeologists have discovered these vast, abandoned cities built by the Kasarabe people. We're talking 22-meter-high pyramids, complex canal systems, and kilometers of raised roads connecting everything.
So just when we think we're finally starting to understand the Amazon's past, a new discovery is made. And this one is the most shocking of all, hidden miles and miles beneath the riverbed.
I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. We have this absolutely massive river system on the surface, so what could possibly exist 4 kilometers straight down, deep inside the Earth's crust?
The answer is another river. Yeah, you heard me right. Discovered back in 2011 by scientists who were studying old oil wells and named the Rio Hamza, it's a ghost river. It's this huge flow of groundwater just seeping through porous rock, perfectly shadowing the Amazon from deep, deep below.
And look at this comparison. The Amazon up on the surface is fast, but it's actually pretty narrow in the grand scheme of things. The Hamza, deep below, is almost unimaginably wide. We're talking up to 400 kilometers across. Now, its flow is incredibly slow, more of a creep than a rush, but its sheer scale is just breathtaking. It's a hidden ocean moving right under our feet. We've peeled back layer after layer of secrets, but I think the biggest takeaway here is this. The Amazon is a place that still completely defies our understanding. It really holds its secrets close.
I mean, we've journeyed from its misunderstood scale to its ancient past, its lost civilizations, and its deepest, darkest secret. It just proves that the Amazon isn't just a river. It's a living, breathing mystery. And its story is still being written.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If a river the size of the Hamza could stay hidden from us all the way until 2011, what other monumental secrets are still out there, just waiting to be discovered, locked away in the water, the forest, and the deep earth below?